Have you ever felt that ache of loneliness, that feeling that makes you think maybe you should just settle, just to have someone, anyone, by your side? It's a powerful and often painful emotion, and it can push us into making decisions we later regret, especially when it comes to relationships. In those moments of quiet desperation, we might be tempted to lower our standards, ignore red flags, and rush into something that isn't truly meant for us. But here's a profound truth I want to share with you today, one that has been a guiding light in my own life. Don't rush what God is preparing for you. The Bible offers us timeless wisdom on this very subject. In Proverbs 4:23, it says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." This isn't just a casual suggestion. It's a command. Why? Because the state of our heart determines the course of our entire life. A heart that's guarded is a heart that's protected, discerning, and patient. A heart that's desperate and unguarded becomes vulnerable to compromise and confusion. When we feel that pressure to find a partner, whether it comes from society, family, or our own internal clock, it's easy to mistake attachment for love. We might see a glimmer of potential and try to force it into the shape of what we desire. But true, God-ordained love is never rushed. It doesn't operate on a deadline. Think about it. The creator of the universe, who set the stars in the sky and knows the number of hairs on your head, is meticulously crafting a story for your life. Do you really think he's in a hurry? Rushing is a human trait, driven by fear and a lack of trust. Patience is a divine quality, rooted in faith and the assurance that God's timing is perfect. So, how do we know if we're moving at God's pace or our own? There are two key indicators: peace and confusion. Peace is a sign from God. When you are walking in His will, even if the path is challenging, there's an underlying sense of peace in your spirit. It's that calm assurance that you're in the right place at the right time. When it comes to a potential relationship, if you feel a deep, settled peace about the person and the direction you're heading, that's a green light. This peace isn't just the absence of conflict. It's the presence of God's comfort and confirmation. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding. On the other hand, confusion is a warning. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians 14:33 that God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. If you find yourself constantly questioning, feeling anxious, making excuses for someone's behavior, or feeling a persistent unrest in your soul that is not from God, that's a red flag. That's your spirit telling you to slow down, to step back, and to reevaluate. Confusion often arises when we try to fit a square peg into a round hole, when we try to force a relationship to work that God has not ordained. It's that gut feeling that something isn't right, that knot in your stomach you can't quite explain. Don't ignore that feeling. It's spiritual discernment at work, protecting you from future heartache. I know the waiting can be hard. I really do. You see your friends getting married, starting families, and you wonder, God, have you forgotten about me? The loneliness can be so intense that it feels like a physical weight, but in those moments, you have a choice. You can either let that loneliness drive you into the arms of the wrong person, or you can let it drive you deeper into the arms of God. Use this season of waiting, not as a time of passive standing by, but as a time of active preparation. What does that look like? It means focusing on your own growth. Become the person that the person you're praying for is praying for. Deepen your relationship with God. Discover your passions, serve in your community, build strong, healthy friendships. When you are whole and complete in Christ, you won't look for another person to complete you. Instead, you'll be looking for someone to share your completeness with. There's a huge difference. A relationship built on neediness is destined to be a fragile one. A relationship built on two whole individuals coming together to serve God is a foundation that can withstand the storms of life. So, what should you be waiting for? Wait for someone who genuinely honors God, not just with their words on Sunday, but with their actions on Monday. Look for someone whose character reflects the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Wait for someone who respects not just your body, but your mind and your soul. Someone who encourages your walk with God, not distracts you from it. Someone who sees the calling on your life and wants to champion you, not compete with you. This kind of person is worth waiting for. A relationship that is rushed often ends in ruin, but a relationship that is patiently waited for and built on a foundation of faith is a treasure. Remember, God is far more concerned about your eternal peace than your temporary pressure. He sees the bigger picture. He knows the plans He has for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That future includes every aspect of your life, including your relationships. Don't let the fear of being alone cause you to settle for less than God's best. The pain of a broken heart from a rushed, ill-fitting relationship is far greater and lasts far longer than the temporary ache of loneliness. Trust in the process, trust in the protector of your heart. When the time is right, God will bring the right person into your life, and it won't be filled with confusion or anxiety. It will be marked by His unmistakable peace. You will look back on this season of waiting and see how God was using it to shape you, prepare you, and protect you. The story He is writing for you is a beautiful one. Don't tear out the pages of waiting just to get to the next chapter. Embrace this season, grow in it, and trust that the author of your faith is also the finisher of it. He has not forgotten you. He is preparing something wonderful. Wait for it. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and God bless.